Welcome back to the Vintage Telephones channel. Today I'm going to show you a rather neat telephone that I picked up from Facebook Marketplace. So this telephone is actually made in Taiwan. Now it looks like a Japanese 600 telephone. However, Taiwan, they were authorized to make them in Taiwan by, I'm guessing, the NEC, Nippon Electric Company of Japan. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the NTT. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a Taiwanese telephone. There are, however, components on the inside that are made by various Japanese firms, such as Iwatsu Electric, Kanda, and Toshiba, the Nippon Electric Company of Japan. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the NTT. I'm not sure, but it's definitely a Taiwanese telephone. There are, however, components on the inside that are made by various Japanese firms, such as Iwatsu Electric, Kanda, and Toshiba. Not sure what the dial. I'm not sure who made the dial. I don't recognize the marking. Anyway, I'm not so sure if this phone was actually used in Taiwan, because in Taiwan they had a special dial center that they made. They didn't use these, I don't think, unless it was like a private system. Now, I don't think this telephone was in a private system, because I asked the seller, how he acquired it. Apparently, he doesn't even know either what country it's from. But anyway, bought a house in 1998. The phone was in the house, so he kept it all these years. So officially bought it from him, so he doesn't have it anymore, obviously. So that information didn't really help. So now I think this is from maybe the last people who had it were maybe Spanish speaking. And some of these were exports. I at least know two countries in South America that had these, Paraguay and Colombia. Yes, Colombia and Paraguay. And you can see here, there's two phone numbers here, and you see the word casa. So I'm guessing maybe it was from Colombia. I'm not sure. There's no markings indicating that. It's kind of a mystery. And to the seller, it's a mystery as well. But this phone is a bit different. In the Japanese models, they had green, but they were two-tone green. Now this is a fully solid green, although there is some fading going on, some yellowing. And the cord's a little bit different as well. This is original to the phone. It's a flat coil cord. Now, most Japanese telephones, the 600s, had the round type that we all know about on most rotary telephones. This telephone dates back at least from the early to mid 80s, so this is a rather late model. These phones were made in the 600 first came out in the 60s. I think 65, I think. I could be wrong, 63 or 65. I should know that since I did a video on the Japanese 600 last year. But anyway, it's in good shape. Needs a good cleaning. There's a bit of a nick in the cord here, so I'm going to be careful. It's definitely a lighter plastic than the Japanese 600s. This is more of an ABS. 600s from Japan were more of a, I'm guessing, a thermoplastic, and they were a bit heavier. The handset's a lot lighter. I can tell this is a later model as well, not just by the markings, but this handset comes in 4 pieces. Now the 2 caps come off, this part comes off, and this part comes apart as well. So you see this seam here, that's where the 2 parts are separated. So this is definitely a later model, besides the flat type of cord. Here's the look at the base of the phone. Again, there's those 2 numbers. The finger wheel's a bit loose, as you can see. It's yellowed as well. It's actually a very nice shade of green. The indoor lighting doesn't give it justice, but it's a nice green. It's kind of similar to a moss green from Western Electric. It might be a little bit different. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to put one next to it to kind of compare. I think moss green was slightly darker. This is a little bit, I don't know, it seems a little bit lighter. Anyway, dial needs oiling. It has the same type of plungers, the white. I think they're the white nylon. Here's the side. Here's the back cord. You can see it's extra long because they pigtailed it. They did a very bad job. It's hanging on by a thread. So I'm gonna take that apart and maybe put a plug in or something if this cord isn't too short, or a little modular port. I might be able to save this cord for another telephone. There's the side. Cradle again. I'll show you the bottom. This one happens to be made by Jeng Company Limited in Taiwan. And this is officially known as the JS600A1. JS, obviously, it's Jeng. And everything else is in English besides the little character there. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's a quality. That might be the Chinese name. And you see the JS there, Jeng. But I'm not sure if that is the same thing. If that's Jeng as well. I could be wrong. Chinese speakers, let me know what that character means. That's the only thing that's in Chinese on this telephone. So I'm thinking if it were used in Taiwan, actually made and used in Taiwan, it would have had a sticker that was in full Mandarin. And I know these weren't exported here in the United States. I did find I went on Facebook Marketplace for like Colombia, for example, and Paraguay. I did find a couple of hits with this particular model in this solid green color. So those are the only countries that I know that have these telephones. Now, Bolivia has them, but interestingly, instead of this type of dial, they have a different type of dial installed on it. And I wish I could be able to acquire one of those, but obviously it's going to be really hard. Interestingly, on those Bolivian telephones, the dial center has TASA. I'm not sure if that's an acronym or if that's the name, if you would pronounce it TASA. I'm not sure. I even looked up the name. I couldn't find anything, so it's hard to tell. But I'm thinking this is from South America. Definitely wasn't domestically used in Taiwan. I think this was exported. But all in all, it's another welcome addition to the collection. So what I'll do is I will add pictures on the end of this video so you can all take a look on the inside. I will also label each component. You know, I'll edit to tell you what is made by who, because pretty much all of the components on the inside, like the switch hook dial and the ringer and everything, are made by various Japanese firms. So I'll just have pictures of each component and I'll label them on there to give you an idea of kind of the diversity of firms each part is made by. So thank you very much for watching, and you have a great day.